Before we get started with the actual search tools too, I wanted to make sure you're aware of one of the most valuable resources available to you as a student: your librarians. Librarians have master's degrees in library and information science, and they often have additional advanced degrees too, which means they have expert knowledge in different search strategies and different research tools. Librarians may not always be subject experts in your discipline, but they are research experts, and they are available to help you in a number of different ways. You can email a librarian if you're having difficulty finding a specific item. You can call or text a librarian if you're having trouble accessing a database or a particular resource, or you can even set up an appointment with a librarian, and that can be either a one-on-one appointment, or if you're working as part of a small research group, we can work with the entire group in order to give you personalized advice and guided assistance. In fact, many graduate students meet more than once with a librarian, and they begin to develop a research partnership with him or her that can be incredibly productive for you as a researcher, particularly since you'll need to use different sets of skills at different points of the research process. At UMass Boston, on the library homepage, you can click the Ask a Librarian link, and this gives you all of the options you have for contacting a librarian. And in addition to our various contact channels, we have a searchable knowledge bank of FAQs, or frequently asked questions, that actual students have asked us in the past. And you can search this knowledge bank, and if you don't find the answer to your question, you will then be given the option to submit your own question to a librarian to get a personalized response. It's important to note that some of these help options are what we call asynchronous. And that means that librarians are monitoring these accounts, and they'll reply as soon as they can, but it may take up to 1 business day before you get a response. Other options, such as calling and setting up an appointment, are what we call synchronous, meaning that your question is answered in real time when you ask it. So think about how quickly you need help, and be sure to build time into your research schedule to allow a librarian to have enough time to think through your question and think about the ways to provide you with the best possible research assistance. Remember that above all, good research takes time. So finally, I want to mention 2 things. First is that we do have a chat service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this chat service is a terrific resource for when you get stuck. But we just want to make sure you understand that this chat service is not always staffed by UMass Boston librarians. So while the chat librarians from other schools are usually able to help you get started, they might not be able to answer your specific questions about our library and our resources, and they may need to refer you back to us for a response the next business day. So please do be patient when using this chat reference service. And second, we want to make sure that we are accommodating as many of our graduate students as possible. So if you are an online student, we are more than happy to meet with you through our online meeting software so that we can share screens with you, talk in real time, and record the meeting so that you and your friends can watch it afterwards if you need to. If you have a disability and you require assistance through a preferred platform or technology, please let us know and we will make every effort to accommodate you. We just ask that you communicate these needs in advance of your appointment so that we can prepare the technological requirements or anything else that might help you. And as an aside, I just want to say that if you're not a UMass Boston graduate student, we encourage you to seek out any and all of the research resources available to you. And these may be librarians at your own institution or even librarians at your local public library. So don't be shy about asking for help. It's exactly what librarians are there for.